This is Barely Seen, a Tessa Flint FBI suspense thriller, Book 1, written by Molly Black, read by Caroline. Prologue. The chandeliers sprinkled light like stardust across the grand foyer, reflecting off the polished marble floors and illuminating the opulent interior of Mary's sprawling estate. She was a vision of wealth as she sauntered through her home, the queen of her domain, overseeing the final preparations for what promised to be the social event of the season. "Everything must be perfect," she murmured to herself, her voice echoing slightly in the cavernous space. Caterers moved all around the room with precision, setting silver cutlery atop white linen tablecloths with practiced hands, while the florist arranged roses and lilies into artful displays. Mary ascended the sweeping staircase, the hem of her silk gown whispering against the steps. In her bedroom, she approached the full-length mirror and paused, taking in her reflection. The dress clung to her figure in all the right places, the deep emerald colour complementing her auburn hair, which was styled in a sophisticated chignon. "Simply divine," she whispered, allowing herself a small, satisfied smile. Mary reached for her necklace, a string of perfectly matched pearls that had been in her family for generations. As she fastened the clasp and adjusted the strand so it lay just so against her collarbone, a strange noise from downstairs interrupted her reverie. It was a sound out of place amid the quiet clinking of glassware and subdued chatter of the staff, a subtle scraping, like something being dragged across wood. Her brow furrowed in momentary confusion. Was it the new butler? He seemed competent enough, but everyone required a period of adjustment in her household. Was the idiot sliding something heavy across her floors? Probably nothing, she rationalized internally, but curiosity gnawed at her like a persistent moth. Mary wasn't one to ignore her intuition, a trait that had helped her navigate the treacherous waters of high society with aplomb. And even if it was the new butler, maybe he needed a good talking to. With a last glance in the mirror, she resolved to investigate the disturbance herself. After all, a hostess could never be too vigilant on the eve of such an important affair. It would not do to have any mishaps. Mary descended the staircase, the soft rustle of her gown barely audible over the burgeoning sensation of unease that tinged the edges of her thoughts. "Surely it's just the wind," she told herself, even as her hand tightened imperceptibly around the pearl at her throat. Back downstairs, she passed through the thrum of activity in the foyer as preparations were coming to a close. She made her way to the grand living room, perfumed with the scent of freshly cut lilies and the
Sample complete. Ready to continue?